This 2015 Santa Cruz Nomad is the best mountain bike I have ever owned. You know, over the years, thousands of miles, nothing has been broken. Just perfect. Climbing, downhill, you name it. It goes everywhere. Perfect bike, well balanced. Cool. Alright. So this is the 2015 Santa Cruz Nomad full suspension downhill bike. Right? 27.5 inch wheels. I have this since brand new. It was $7,000 back then, almost top of the line. Incredible. After all these years, few thousand miles, have nothing has been broken yet. Although I have replaced the rotor and the brakes and a few times already, mainly because going downhill Mission Peak, those are wear and tear on the brake pads and the rotor pretty bad because you are constantly on the brakes when you go downhill on Mission Peak. I have changed several sets of tires already. Right now I'm using the Santa Cruz Purgatory 2.3 inch. Really nice traction for climbing. And on the front I'm using the Maxis. This is the downhill Minion 2.6 inch diameter. Really good for downhill. Very stable. Then everything else is original. The rear shock has built once because it was leaking fluid, and the front shock I have not changed the fluid yet, although I should after they recommend changing the fluid every 1,000 miles, but I have never done that, so it still works really well. The brake fluid I changed it once. Yeah, other than that everything works. The dropper, the seat dropper works perfect. I love that feature. The suspension is great. So this bike is extremely stable for going down steep hills and going over bumps. So the only downside is climbing. So because the geometry is made for downhill, the fork is more pitched to the front. So when you're climbing, it's not as efficient as a hardtail or those trail bikes. But it's good enough. All round bike is good. Yeah, I'm using the these clip paddles here, and it's great. I love this bike. I have changed the front gear here. The original gear was, I believe it was 32T, so I changed this to 26. And the rear cassette, I already changed it once. So the rear cassette is 11 speed, 10T on the high gear and 42 on the low gear. So this gear ratio is extremely efficient for climbing hills. Really nice. I love it. So I can only fit one small bottle rack, 22-ounce bottle. So for short rides, good. Otherwise, you need to carry a camelback for long rides. Yeah. So these are run flat tires. All right. So there's no tube in it. So I just put sealants in every once in a while, and I never have a flat tire ever once after even a few thousand miles. 6 years so far. Amazing bike. Love it. Okay, here we go again. Mission Peak, right there. So right now I am almost at the top of Mission Peak. So I have been biking up Mission Peak over the past 8 years. I have been biking up Mission Peak over 600 times. That's right, over 600 times. The first few years I was averaging, I come here 2 times every week, but now the past 2 years I only came here maybe once every couple of weeks or so, because now I do more road biking instead of mountain biking. But yeah, so this is Mission Peak, and it's always a tough climb from the bottom to the top. 2,000 feet elevation gain, and each way is 3.5 miles. Very steep. Some sections are over 20%, but most sections are averaging 16% to 18% gradient. And there, of course, there are lots of loose gravel that makes it even more challenging. Loose gravel, sand, and rocks, and also lots of potholes. So yeah, it's challenging biking up long slab. When I first started, the first few times it was tough. I have to take a lot of breaks, but after that I didn't need to take breaks. Just one shot all the way to the top. The best time I made was 43 minutes back then. Now I'm just averaging 50 minutes or so. So yeah, I'm not pushing it hard right now, and just get a good workout. Every time I come up here, I always feel happy. The scenery is great. Right now Mission Peak Trail has become extremely popular. So many hikers now. So going downhill become a challenge because you have to go slowly and you have to maneuver around to avoid people, and some people bring the dog, so you have to watch out too, so you cannot go too fast. Yeah, there's a reason why this trail is so popular. It's a good hiking, good workout, good scenery. You can see the overall Silicon Valley. It's amazing view up here. Yeah. Well, one thing to keep in mind, you have to keep keep going outdoor, keep biking. Once you pass that threshold of pain, you don't feel it anymore. You are addicted to it. You know, right? You hear people saying, you know, you keep on exercising, you get addicted to it. That's true, because your body will reward you with these happy hormones, happy energy cells. It will release all these happy energy cells within your body once you pass that threshold of pain, threshold of workout, right? So you will love it. The initial few times you will feel the pain and you will want to quit. Don't quit, because you know that's a challenge you have to meet, right? If you don't meet the challenge, forget it. What else can you do in life? You know, just keep working at it. You know, you will never know. You never know what you're going to get. You know, all the way from the bottom to the peak. That's 2,000 feet elevation gain. 3.5 miles each way. Okay, this is the last section, biking up Mission Peak Summit. That's the most difficult section, so always feeling nervous biking up this section. So maximum effort here. Can't afford to fall down because we're rocky. This is the steepest section biking up Mission Peak. The last section for biking up here is the most difficult section of all, over 19% gradient and the average, but some section is definitely over 20, even 25%, because in some of the spots are so got big rocks, boulders, so you have to climb over. So when you're extremely tired and you are already exhausted, and then there's a boulder in front of you, man, then you have to apply maximum power. So it's a tough. You cannot stand up on the bike and paddle because it's so steep and got lots of gravel. You apply too much power, the wheels will spin. So you have to sit on the saddle for the next 5 minutes and keep on paddling at maximum power. So if you paddle too much, too hard, you will spin the wheels, and that won't be good, and you will probably fall down. And if you paddle too slowly and not enough power, the bike will stall and you will fall down. So yeah, so it's a challenge, really difficult. I always feel nervous biking up this section because I don't want to fall down off the bike because it's so steep and lots of rocks. I don't want to fall down on this section here. But so far, for the past over 600 times, I have never fallen off the bike on this section, or you know, step off the bike. So good so far. Just keep paddling.
You got strength, bro. You got strength.
Back to the beginning. This is all it started. Starting from the base of Mission Peak on the Stanford Avenue side. Doesn't matter how many times I have been here, I always feel excited about starting at climbing up this hill. It's just amazing feeling here. It's a big challenge. Every time is a big challenge. Doesn't matter how many times I have climbed up this place. It's just incredible feeling. Even though it is really brutal to the body, it's really hard workout. I can feel the pain in my back, the pain in my legs, the arms. But I don't know, I just love it. It's just, for some reason, I just love doing it. Because at the end of the day, or I will feel I'll be stronger. Or the next day, I'll be stronger. I will sleep better at night. It's just that amazing. This place is just amazing place for training, just to get some exercise, to look at the sceneries, and just enjoy the wind. This trail never gets easier. The first mile is always toughest, and I just try to catch my breath. Doesn't matter how many times you have written up here, it's always tough. Along this trail, there are so many potholes. It's just non-stop, continuous, lots of potholes created by the recent rain and also the cows walking on the trail right after the rain. So that's why the cows have created all these potholes. It's really difficult to ride up, especially going uphill. It's really bumpy. So you need to fine-tune your leg muscle to adjust to all these ups and downs of the potholes. It's a big challenge. That was the second most steep section. It was a back killer. Literally, my back hurts.
Yeah.